I'll try to keep this short, even though it might be of the utmost importance. Just as a reply for a user called Just Wasted 3 Hours here. He gave me a very large reply, comment, giving me good arguments for the globe. Okay, I'll give him that. But I was trying, and I tried to debunk some of them, and this is what I got. About the moon, the fact that the moon itself shows only one side all the time. He said, and I do believe he is right, okay, because this is verified with the Wikipedia. He says the moon rotates as it revolves around us. It shows the same face to us. This is the problem. For every revolution of the moon around the Earth, about once a month, so the moon revolves around the Earth once a month, it rotates once on its own axis. And this is why you have what's called tidal locking. This tidal locking, okay, this is the phenomena, and this is okay, what it shows. It's quite interesting, except I don't believe it's true. I don't believe it to be true because I don't believe in rocks orbiting other rocks. Okay, but that's just my opinion, because I'm trying now to have a scientific discussion. Okay, so this is tidal locking, gravitational locking. Okay, and this is defined as synchronous rotation. The tidally locked body takes just as long to rotate around its own axis as it does to revolve around its father. But this is quite convenient. This explains why you always have the same side of the moon, and so this is too convenient, I guess. Okay, this was about a tidal locking, but I don't want to make this about a tidal locking. I want to make this about the curve. He gave me some examples. Okay, of what he says it's good curvature, and one is, I suppose, is taken from a Rob Skiba experiment, and the idea is that this experiment gave him away, and you have here in the bottom, which was intended to be a non-fisheye lens camera, they say you have the curve, and this is it's quite the same timestamp, 1 hour 51 minutes, and here you have a picture, 1 hour 51 minutes, and if you draw a line, it's not that flat. But I suppose this may be due to the camera itself. Who knows? Maybe every camera has some fisheye incorporated. So this is to the Rob Skiba, and then he gave me some image, which I paused, and I draw the line in paint. I do believe, of course, this is due to some distortion of the camera. Now, exactly, I don't know how cameras work, and to say that each camera has fisheye distortion, this may be it. I'm not sure. I'm not a physicist. I don't know how the cameras work. I don't know how optics works exactly. I know some basic geometry, and for you to ask me to debunk by understanding all your physics, all your math, that's not my domain. So you don't need me to prove this to you. You just you try to convince me. So and then at the apex, at around 4 minutes and 9 seconds, this is what I did here. It's for a minute 11 seconds, and of course this doesn't look that flat. And if you go to any edge of space video, if you look on YouTube, you have Fisheye lensing, as you can see here, it's obvious from this height, you have the fisheye lensing. And fisheye lensing is a very documented thing on YouTube, is known. So I don't think there is too much debating. Just for the people who don't know what fisheye lensing is the camera itself has a lens that is distorting the image and it curves, okay? And this is done for let's say some wide view purposes. I don't really get them. I do believe its main purpose is to deceive. And so I tried looking at different videos, okay, the dog cam, and okay, I'll give you that you have a very slight distortion, but this may be just distortion, is not necessarily a curve, okay? So for you to convince me, you need to bring okay, this is the Felix Baumgartner video, and it looks flat from the inside, but of course you don't have here the whole horizon. You'll have to show me a video in which the balloon starts from the ground or the rocket, and it goes up to, I don't know, whatever, okay, or a plane, or let's say a NASA rocket, okay, whatnot, and show me how the curve is progressing from this tiny bit of curve to the biggest curve in the higher stratosphere, and then on the Earth orbit. So you have to convince me this is what's happening. You have to convince me, because I'm not convinced. So you show a very small curve, okay, and this is 127,000 feet Felix, and the Earth looks flat. And then you have this testing the globe, okay, which I discussed from Rob Skiba. This the height was 118,000 feet, as you can see. It was 118,000. Okay, this phone is really not helping, and I'll have to make an effort to download a screen recorder and buy a mic or something, because this is getting too hard. Okay, this is the Rob Skiba, and then you have this. Okay, this proof here which shows a little curvature, and this is from the altitude of, it says here, 121,000 feet. Yeah, so this shows a curvature, but the Felix video, which is from 127,000 feet, as you can see here, doesn't show curvature. So it's interesting to debate this. I believe in a flat Earth, but I'm going to take this objectively. You'll find, here you have roughly 39 kilometers. You won't find any video on YouTube from 50 kilometers, 60 kilometers, okay? When you look for the edge of space, videos, you will find only fisheye, mostly fisheye lensing videos, but then you won't find anything from 50 kilometers altitude, 60 kilometers, okay, above 40 kilometers. So here is near space pilots, 80,000 feet near space, and this is fisheye distortion. So kiss my ass, motherfuckers. You're so pathetic, liars, motherfuckers. And these are cartoons. This is bullcrap. And then you have, okay, high altitude balloon, 175,000 feet. I do believe I missed this. Okay, let's click on it. So it's like 33 miles, which is good enough. Okay, let's see. Do we see any curvature? Let's see the curve. Hey, no curve, but okay, pay attention. Pay attention. This itself seems to be a little fisheye, you see, because it tends to curve up. So it shouldn't curve up, okay, because the earth is not concave, okay, unless you believe Stephen Christ. So this image 2, which proves no curve, okay, I will roll it some more, but it tends to have a very slight distortion, you see. So this is a problem. This is another problem. Okay, but it looks pretty flat. It looks quite flat. Okay, nobody is sure of the authenticity of every video footage. Okay, let's stop. Let's pause it. Yeah, it's quite flat, but here it seems to be curving a bit upwards. So you cannot be sure of what camera the observer is in fact using. This is the big problem. Yeah. Okay, let me. And here, this bulge here, this seems a little bit distorted. So what I'm trying to say is that you're not that sure. You cannot be sure of anything. You see here again, looks like it's curving upwards a bit. So it's lens distortion. So you need to show real evidence. You need to show a curve starting from, let's say, 1,000 and 20,000 feet up to, I don't know, 300,000 feet or whatnot. So you have to show how the curve is progressing. You have to show image from Earth, from high altitude. I don't really understand why there is no other space vehicle besides the ISS or similar space programs being able to reach that height. Every rocket stops at, let's say, roughly 200,000 feet or whatnot. So you have these problems, and to wrap this up, I hope I discussed everything here. Yeah. The Felix. And I want to be fair. I really want to be fair. So I took this effort to use the paint, and this is from the Rob Skiba video. This is not done by me. Sorry, this is done by me. So it's quite easy. You can do this at home. I'm not that savvy with using software, but this is simply paint. So I made a print screen of the video, and then I drew a line by using paint, and it's quite easy to draw lines in paint. And as you can see, this is fisheye, of course, but this is non-fisheye. Unfortunately, the horizon is not quite flat, but I don't believe this is proof of the globe, man. Come on, give me a break. Okay, so just waste these 3 hours here. The user tried to convince me this was good, but not good enough. This is not good enough, man. You have this little distortion here. Okay, maybe you are right, but you need to convince us flat earthers, you understand? So this is not that good, although here it's curving. Non-fisheye lens. I do believe the non-fisheye lensing does contain some distortion, some fisheye lensing or whatnot. Okay, and again, this is from the other video he sent me. I drew the line. Of course, it seems to be curving. So I'll be fair. I'm putting this video because I'm fair. But come on. This may be lens distortion because here seems quite flat, and here it's kind of a deviation. This is not curvature. You would need something more obvious from this height. This was, I don't recall, let me see, what was this? This was 121,000. Okay, this is the same This is the same video. Yeah, 121,000 feet. Yeah, so at this height of 1 to 1, 1 to 1, sorry for this camera, 121,000 feet. Yeah, this is what you get by using paint and drawing a line. So this is, they say this shows curvature, but then if you look at that 179,000 feet video, which I put just before, then wow, I think I closed it. Oh no, 175,000 feet. I didn't do this in paint, but this seems to bulge upwards a little bit, so this is quite strange. And then moving on to another paint a picture which I took. So I took the print screen, I put the paste in paint, and I draw the line. Here it seems to be perfectly flat, but this is, of course, I'll give that to you. This is not the entire horizon, just what you see from Felix's capsule. And here is an image that he sent me. He used this in his video called Flat Earth. Should we be able to see curvature? And this is very good video. This is done using software, using whatnot. So this guy is an ace. He's an ace in making videos and making it accessible. And he almost convinced me. I'll give you that. But come on, I understand the curve is so small, but what is the height here, man? And this seems Photoshop. I'm sorry to tell you this. This seems Photoshop. This picture, this is not a still frame from a video. This is a picture provided by him in his video. And this is from another thing I caught. Little Piggy, High Altitude Balloon Flight, raw video part 8. Yeah, but come on. Of course, it's not flat, but this is not curvature. Okay, I don't perceive it as curvature. It might be an aberration or something. Again, I don't care if I'm wrong. Okay, if I'm wrong, I will close this channel. I will delete my videos. I will apologize. Yeah, I've been pranked for 5 years. Okay, this will only show that the Earth is not flat, maybe, but this doesn't change the fact that you are a slave. Okay, you are a slave. Okay, take that to the bank. But this, I don't buy this, man. I'll tell you, I don't buy this. This seems to be distorted a little bit. So if you look at the video, you'll see that the camera is somehow moving. So this was it. Let me see if I have this little piggy to analyze. Little piggy. I don't have it, or maybe I should. Let me try to find it. Little piggy, high altitude, high altitude. Yeah. Okay, balloon flight, high altitude. Let's check this out. Okay, so let's see if you have any. Anything here. So okay, baby. Okay, taking too much. If you look, it seems somehow distorted. I don't know. Seems a bit distorted. I'm not that good. I'm not technique wise. Okay, so this is the Earth. Okay, let's see how it goes. Maybe it bulges. Yeah, this should be flat, not concave, not. Okay, little piggy. So this is, let's see, is this flat? Yeah, seems, I'm not sure. Yeah, let me see. Here it should be flat. See? So the camera has something of a distortion, because you see, it's somehow, this is somehow concaved here, you see? Concaved. So the camera itself has some distortion. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, because I'm not convinced, man. I'm sorry. Thank you for your message. Thank you for your work. I'm not convinced of what you're trying to sell me. I'm too been looking for this stuff for many years, 5 years, 6 years, whatnot, and I didn't see any convincing video. If you want to see the Earth in orbit in all its glory, you need to look for a NASA CGI. Come on. So the fact that you have so much time to make these videos, these very, very professional videos, this is telling me that someone is paying you to invest time and to make these good videos. So I don't know what to say, man. I do believe you're shilling. I don't have proof. Don't mind me. So be blessed, everyone. So we'll talk some other time. This was the approach. You have a lot of videos on YouTube about fisheye lensing, about there's no curve, and although you have some distortion, okay, with the camera, the main question is what happens when you go upper and upper and upper. So you should have some very obvious curvature from some altitude, and the curvature should be shifting, okay, visibly. And I don't really understand why you don't have footage taken by satellites from orbit. You should have good video, not composite image, not composite, just good video. So this is what I'm saying. Okay, see ya, be blessed, and have a nice weekend. Why not?